break them.
Hello again, viewers. Welcome to the July 11th edition of Sports Central, and it's a historic day for us here at Warwick Publishing. We have unleashed our new newspaper, The Standard. Now, for all of you looking around for your Newburgh Register or your Boonville Standards, and you can't find them, fret not, because we have married these two together to create one awesome super paper, The Standard. It looks a little different, has a new redesign, but it's your same great news produced by your great friendly staff here at Warwick Publishing. So make sure you go out and pick up a new first ever edition of The Standard. It's got great news on many different pages, and of course it's got great sports on the second B section. We have also redesigned our Warwick County Today section. This is a free edition. We greatly redesigned this. It used to be a much smaller, more square paper, but now it looks like a real newspaper. And it's got additional photographs on it, on each page, different news stories that you won't find in the Standard, additional sports pictures, and a sports schedule. So make sure when you buy your new edition of the Standard to pick up this free copy of the Warwick County Today. Now that that is out of the way, we can get to sports. But first, I need a drink. Luckily for me, I have a nice concoction made out of Durr's Orange Fruit Punch Concentrate. You just mix that with some water and you get a deliciously refreshing fruit punch drink. Ooh, that is thirst quenching. Now let's get to the sports action. The Newburgh American Legion Copperman Post 44 baseball team played in the Shoeless Joe Jackson Classic baseball tournament this weekend. It was hosted by the Evansville Razorbacks, and they played at USI and at Evansville Central. The Newburgh Legion team finished in second place in that tournament. They beat the American National Eagles 4-1 in their first game. They beat the Midwest Knights 11-1 in their second game. In their third game, they came from behind to beat the Barnstormers 5-4. In Game 4, they lost their first game to the host team, the Razorbacks, 3-2 in 8 innings. But then they came back to beat the East Central Titans 10-0 in 5 innings. And then in the championship game, it was a rematch with the Razorbacks. They were tied 4-4 going in the 6th. The Razorbacks scored 4 in the top of the 6th. Newburgh couldn't score. And then in the top of the 7th inning, lightning came along, delayed the game, and eventually they were forced to cancel the game because of the weather, giving the Razorbacks the 8-4 win after just 6 innings. So obviously Newburgh was a little disappointed getting second, but every team in that tournament was a travel team, not a Legion team. That means that they're able to get players from wherever they want. They can pretty much recruit guys. They don't have really any rules other than the age limit on players they can take, whereas the Newburgh team can only pick guys from a certain area, and they can only have so many guys from outside that area. So it's a lot stricter rules, a lot harder to build a powerhouse team. So for Newburgh to get second there, that's pretty impressive for a Legion team. Coming up for Newburgh on Saturday, the Newburgh Legion team is honoring the 1992 state championship team. It's the 20th anniversary of that state championship team. They will be honored before Newburgh's 4 o'clock game at Castle High School. Some members of that team are current head coach Jim Lynch, Major League Baseball player Jamie Carroll, BJ Huff went to the majors, Gator McBride played professional baseball, so it's a pretty solid team, and they'll have a lot of guys out there to get honored. And then after that 4 o'clock game on Saturday, there will be a Newburgh Legion alumni game, which is open to any and all former Newburgh Legion baseball players. So come on, going out to Castle High School on Saturday afternoon, check out some of the 92 guys, and then also hang around to play in the alumni game. It should be a good day on Saturday. In other Legion news, the Boonville American Legion Post 200 team finally picked up another win. They had a rough couple weeks there where they didn't win any games, but they ended that on Saturday. They traveled up to Sullivan and beat Post 139 3-1, in large part thanks to Jason Stevens. He pitched a complete game, all 9 innings, gave up only 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 10 batters. So that's a awesome game for Stevens, and congrats to the Boonville team for getting back to winning ways. The 2 Warwick County Legion teams face off tonight in baseball, obviously. Newburgh plays at Boonville tonight at 6 o'clock. Obviously it's at Boonville High School, and although Newburgh's record is much better than Boonville's, they played a very close game last time. It was 7-7 after 9 innings, and then in the 10th, Newburgh's Daniel Sander hit a walk-off single to win the game, 8-7 for Newburgh. But it was a great game, very close, back and forth action. So, and it's not too hot tonight, so you have no excuse not to go. So get out to Boonville and check out your Warwick County Legion baseball teams. And so, it's been a while since there's been any football going on, so for those of you jonesing for a little football action, the Boonville football team is got some 7-on-7 competitions coming up. Tomorrow night, the Pioneers travel to North at 6 o'clock to play some 7-on-7 with several teams, North obviously, and some others. And then on Saturday, starting at 9:30 in the morning, the Pioneers are at a 7-on-7 competition up at Princeton. And that pretty much goes all day. So if you want to catch some football action, go out and support your Boonville Pioneers. 7-on-7's obviously not quite a real football game, but it's pretty entertaining and it's pretty fast paced, so it's a lot of fun to watch. Coming up this week in Legion baseball action, like I said, Newburgh and Boonville play tonight, but going forward, Newburgh plays Pate on Thursday at Harrison at 7. On Saturday, they play a team made up of local college kids at Castle at 4. Then on Sunday, they host Sullivan at 1. And then on Tuesday, their last game before sectional, they go to Washington to play at 7 p.m. And for Post 200, they face Pate at home on Friday at 7. They face Funkhauser Saturday at 1. And they face Heritage Hills Sunday at 1. All 3 of those games are at Boonville High School. So get out, support your Legion teams. Season's winding down, sectionals start next weekend, so you're running out of time to watch some pretty entertaining baseball action. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Sports Central. I'm your host, Andrew Mackey. Make sure you check in next Wednesday afternoon for a recap of all the previous week's sports action. And of course, make sure you pick up a brand new standard. Thanks a lot.